Shabbat Shalom, Temple Emmanuel. As we prepare to enter into Shabbat Vayera, which is Shabbat where we meet six of the 10 plagues, where we advocate for the freedom of the Israelites to head out and to worship God and to create a land of their own. We always remember and recognize that within last week's portion and this week's portion, a Pharaoh arises that didn't know Joseph. And it was very poignant this past week as we think of what happened in France, and our hearts go out to those French Jews, particularly those who feel that their country is no longer safe. When we were in Israel with the confirmation class, we learned that the #1 immigration group now coming over to Israel were French Jews, getting out because they don't feel that their country is safe any longer. It's this guy in this week's Torah portion. It's Moses, who advocates for his people, for our people, for those Israelites to get out of Egypt and to find a better way, to find that freedom. And freedom is a tradition in our country, in America. What a blessing it is that we have the ability to be free as Jews, to practice our Judaism as we see fit, to make choices, and to be the Jews that we want to be, and that we're destined to be. It's powerful as well that this weekend is Martin Luther King weekend, as we commemorate the struggle African Americans made in this country to achieve civil rights. And last year in 2014, it was the 50th anniversary of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. That 1964 Civil Rights Act was signed in the building, in the Religious Action Center of Reform Judaism in Washington, D.C., as Reform Jews were present for that historic moment. And in 2014, we continue. In 2015, we continue to fight that fight for equal rights for all citizens in this country. So this weekend, as we commemorate Shabbat Vayera, Shabbat of the 6 of the 10 plagues, Shabbat as we fight for freedom, we have a very special Martin Luther King commemorative Shabbat service this Friday night, beginning at 8 p.m., where we will not only have readings and a special service commemorating the civil rights struggle in this country, but also we welcome Jim Peeler, the past chair of the New Jersey Human Relations Commission, to speak about the struggle that the state has had within civil rights and as we continue to fight for freedom. Jim is an amazing advocate for civil rights, and you won't want to miss his remarks and what he has to say. 8 p.m. Friday night as we welcome in Shabbat. But just prior to Jim and our Martin Luther King Shabbat service, we welcome our mini minyan at 6:15, followed by, as always, a potluck dinner. So as we go into this weekend, let's remember that we should never, ever take our freedom for granted. And let's pay tribute and homage to those killed in France and all of those freedom fighters throughout the history of the Jewish people who have died because they were Jews, that they were proud to be Jews. Let's be proud today of being Jews. Come Friday night, celebrate our freedom. Let's be together as one community as we commemorate freedom in this incredible country, the United States of America. Shabbat Shalom, Temple Emmanuel.